My name is Alfred Antonelli, and I fly fish. So fly fishing is basically imitating the insects that naturally live in a creek, and you're using a weighted fly line to deliver nearly weightless flies to your target. I started fly fishing when I was 5 years old. Basically, as soon as I could have a fly rod in my hand, my dad had one in my hands. So he pretty much taught me. A lot of it's doing your research on the internet. Um, I mean, you can just even go on the Google Maps, and it's called blue lining. You find literally just a blue line. There's a lot of unnamed streams that and you have to go out and you have to find them. So there's a lot of exploring involved, and a lot of times it's a bust. You know, you get there and the water's too shallow, or there's just no fish. But you know, that's what makes it fun, is the adventure of it. I go up to the Big Bushkill up in the Poconos, and I mean, there's 6 miles of fly fishing only section there, and I've fished most of it. On a typical day up there, I'll walk 3 or 4 miles and fish the whole thing. What I like most about fly fishing is not necessarily catching the fish, it's where it takes you. It's getting out in nature and doing something. I would say fly fishing is very stress relieving. I mean, there's a lot of headaches that can come with it, but just the general motion of casting and being in the water and being outside is just very stress relieving. I don't think fly fishing is necessarily a dying sport. However, I think a lot of people don't get into it until later in life. So a lot of my friends who fly fish happen to be, 40 plus years old, and you make a lot of connections through like the local Trout Unlimited organizations, but there's not too many kids our age in it. I think a lot of kids our age aren't into fly fishing for several reasons. One being there's so many other activities and sports going on at our age that most kids our age just don't have time for it. And then on top of that, there's also a lot of barriers to entry. And what I mean by that is it's a little bit expensive. It's intimidating if you don't have somebody to show you how to do it and really get you involved. It can be quite difficult to get into. It's not quite as easy as going out there and throwing a worm out and waiting for the fish to grab your bait. I mean, work and friends and just other stuff going on kind of just keeps you away from fly fishing. You know, can't do as much as you want, but that's okay.